Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. And the Mustangs will kick it away first. He'll return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Clemson's offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys...
Turning it on! Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Gets it out quickly. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Sweet cut there. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Grab near the marker is Bond. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Looking for a man. It's Pena. It's complete to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. He'll try to slam it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Firing to the right, complete. And that one did not work.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He's a tough, crafty back, but he couldn't find his way to the marker, and it'll be 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. Here we go. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to power it in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. So SMU's offense will take the field for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests On the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Right back to the well. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Using the quick game. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Swings it out to the flat. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds and the 29, and they are rolling. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quick strike complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Smith wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw.
He's got it. 1st down and more. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Mustangs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Gets it out fast. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
They're going to run it to the right.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw, it's Pena. Pulls it in, it's Bond. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Finds the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
Yeah, at this point on offense, it's all about finding completions and finding your rhythm. They get a few yards there with the slant.
Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Part of the backfield. It's Bond. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Brings him to the open. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down. Another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Extra grab. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Dropping back, it's Pena. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1. Take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The screen, he can go. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. With the catch, it's Bond.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Trying play action. Quarterback extends the play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. To the air, it's Rich. Makes the catch, it's Brown. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing. I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Makes the grab on the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Mustangs want to move quickly. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Here's a hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. That's caught. It's Brown. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here comes the Heat, trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. And the Mustangs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Rich. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it. Hey, if they can stop him on third down. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smith dropping to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Got it in the middle. It's Bond. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion, like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And
there he goes! Just steamrolling the defense. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger. Extra point here will tie the game. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Mustangs are marching down the field. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Turning it on. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Snags it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house it, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the...
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And the point after is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Complete to start this drive. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Rich. Flips it out on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Yeah, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Quarterback making checks. The play action fake. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The Mustangs are on the move. Got it behind the line. It's Evans. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To throw, it's Rich. Fires to the tight end. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
He'll be forced out of bounds, and they're showing confidence in their running game in the red zone. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We're late in the game now. You've got the lead. You want to run the football. You can generate a few 1st downs running the ball now. You can take these seconds and bleed them right off.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, SMU! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game. And guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Pena. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. The short hands, it's Bond. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds a man in the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, 1st and goal from the 7.
1st and goal, Clemson.
Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
And he knocked through the extra point, but that just made the loss a bit. will kick it off to get us underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. To throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Grab near the marker. It's Rivers. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
I love the play call. First play of the game, there's no mystery. We're going to get one of our best players the football right now and let you know about it. Awesome job.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He turns it loose to the left. He's got it on the outside. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Finds his big tight end. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Duke! Fitted in the window for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Well, it's one thing to be aggressive. It's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside kick this thing and try to maintain possession and just not give you the ball back. And that's exactly what they did. They go out, they execute, they have it, and they're trying to add insult to injury.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Blue Devils want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Nice job rallying there by the defense. That's a play they needed to make. They're trailing. It's still early. Lots of football to be played, but that was an important down and distance in this one early.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. What a disappointment. No good. Still up by 8 after the miss. He couldn't connect on that 54-yard field goal attempt, and now they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 37. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Gators can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Oh, it's picked off. It's a fumble. No, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Going with the ground game left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Caught over the middle. It's Graham. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback running on the draw. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Absolutely center cut. That'll cut this lead down to 5. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Ginn.
All right, not ideal. Right, not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Makes a man miss. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Ginn. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Looking for his man in the middle. He's got it inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. And the Blue Devils will have it 1st and 10. It's complete on the right side. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback making adjustments. Gonna look downfield again. Caught near the sticks. It's Preston. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They'll line up to go for 2. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Florida has the ball back back, and here comes the offense. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit. Just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Nice job by the wide receiver getting open on that slant route against man coverage. He fakes like he's going to the outside. He's able to create some separation, cross his face, and then secures the catch.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Plows through the defense. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the first down.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Going to try to get it himself.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Davison. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Catch in the middle. It's Davison. Breaks into the open. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try and pick up some positive yards.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
The Gators will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gators.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Wide open downfield.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Got him downfield. There he goes. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Blue Devils are in the hurry up. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
So now it's second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Buying some time. And he's forced out of bounds and missed his opportunity to get rid of the football. A huge loss forced on the play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And the try is no good. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter. Turning it on! Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Blue Devils in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Preston. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Preston. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. He wants to change this route. Spits it out to the back. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Fires to the big fella.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. He tries to take the top off. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Runs through the tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground.
Oh, he's got some space. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
He caught it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Duke. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Slams ahead. He stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. Moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. They're going to test the right side with this one. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Power ahead. This time he'll be stopped short of the goal line, so after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Snatches it on the run. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So first down will open up the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. He'll breaks into the open. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
I tell you what, fourth quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit. Nice job making the QB scramble outside the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, so now the clock stops. Now you're saving time late in the ballgame when it's really going to matter.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Powers through the defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Just led him a little too far. Sidelines, makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. On the run, still looking. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it up to 12.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.